Good morning, everyone. Happy Chinese New Year. Today is not January 1st. Actually, it is February 12th. Have you ever wondered why Chinese New Year is the way it is? I'm gonna go sit over there and ask my beautiful Chinese partner just a few questions. And then we are gonna go to my house. I have a small kitchen and Lee is gonna cook some beautiful food. I cannot wait. Welcome to today's video. This thing is awesome. It's so cool how they give so many places and spaces for the students to practice their art. This thing is just beautiful. And the coffee shop behind me is not bad either. I'm gonna go order a hot Americano. See you in a second. We are just enjoying a few minutes sitting here together. The weather this morning is very cool, and the Chinese New Year will always come during the cool, or it's always around this time, right?
Spring festival is the cold time.
So Spring Festival is really what Chinese call it, right? Not Chinese New Year. You would call it Spring Festival.
春节, Spring Festival.
I was reading online trying to find how long it's been like this, and I found the number 2,200 years. Does that sound right?
It's a big long time.
That is a pretty long time. I know it's a very special time, but like, what's one cool thing that you really enjoy about Chinese?
Just the Spring Festival is the family time. It's similar to the Christmas for Western culture. So we will like at the New Year's Eve, just whole family get together to share a big meal. It depends on the family cook how much.
Well, I have a feeling you're going to treat us well with some cooking today. What is the one special dish that we're going to have? Dumplings.
And
Always a
I'm
good
gonna
day.
just make dumpling.
Always a happy day for me. Hey, that's awesome.
Because it takes a time.
Thank you for teaching us and for sharing a little bit of your memories. And let's go. Let's go prepare our own delicious feast for today.
Mackerel. Da 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 da.
See you soon. And for the past years, whenever we want to cook together, we come to Macro and we buy vegetables and other stuff, fill her bag, and she carries while I drive. It's been like that for years. It's a good day, and for us, it's kind of like a game. We inside too, right? She is awesome. Yeah, it's almost like a date. Whenever we've gone to Macro, it is a fun memory for us. So
Our dating place.
it is very troublesome to carry all of this home, but it's fun.
Super memory.
Yeah.
Mackerel.
So we went from her taking public transport back when we first met, before we would just cook together infrequently. And now more and more, we take the motorbike. Over previous years, we've rented a car and made sure one time per car trip to stock up on macro. Anyways, we are going home. It is lunchtime. We are both excited for today. See you soon.
Go.
It really is a great morning. I love this balcony, and I'm very happy to be living here in Khon Kaen. Lee is over here. She is busy preparing a feast of Chinese food. We're gonna share a little bit of the preparations with you and just welcome you to a happy time for the both of us, and happy Chinese New Year. Welcome. Come on in.
How many meal this 1 kg beef can make.
At least 2.
Dumpling 水煮牛肉 Special day Spring Festival.
So a big part is cooking with family, or also with friends. And we are both.
Yeah.
This is a hind leg, by the way, so like a shank, rump steak, 1 kg of Isan local beef.
These are finished. Now this piece will become this. When the time to cut the meat.
Oh, okay. So basically the amount of time that you would spend cutting the meat, that's how long the dough needs to sit. So perfect. Oh yeah, I can hear it sticking to the sides of the bowl. Then come to
These 2 things
step 3.
mix with the beef.
What are those beautiful green vegetables?
芹菜
And what's this one?
大葱 Huge 葱
Dachong means huge chong. Yes.
Huge green onion.
That's a good translation.
my,
Oh wow.
My tail is gone.
Yep, me too. I have to close my eyes. Oh wow. Okay, you are. Thank you for doing this.
Oh man.
Real tears.
辣眼睛
La yen. Next up. Wow.
Oh my eyes.
So let the dough sit for a few more minutes, and rice oil, and then 2 teaspoons of plain white salt. Grab your chopsticks again, an amazing utensil, and you're gonna mix all of this together. Again, I forgot one more ingredient. Definitely need the ginger water. That's the only thing that tool does. You squeeze the ginger, and we're just gonna use the juice, just gonna use the water of the ginger. And then the fresh ground hua jiao and that ginger water. That hua jiao you saw, the fresh ground hua jiao, it's always best to use fresh ground if you have it. And, you know, more importantly, this is just Lee's family flavor. That's why we are making them exactly like this. And so that's why we are using specifically these ingredients. And because we are eating quite a lot, I'm gonna blend some more hua jiao flower pepper, Sichuan peppercorn. Just snacking on 1. They are fresh. I just want you to see the effect. Just 1. Wow. So first of all, the smell. It's called flower pepper sometimes in English. The numbness is already going. Has it been 10 seconds? From this side of the tongue, already numb. And the flavor is like sour, like the most wonderfully sour orange you've ever bit into. A small orange, like really bright sour tart, and then like a seed, or maybe like a lemon seed. And then the breathing starts to get excited. It's like so intense, your body even gets a little bit confused. And I can feel my heart rate increasing. And this is not a joke. These things are so powerful. I'm not exaggerating for this. The whole sensation is so powerful. It ends quickly, and then there's just this, almost like a smell of a wildflower. And then it just a beautifully bright sour flavor. It is awesome. And then combining this sensation, the numbness and the beautiful aroma with the power of chilies, so mixing the 2 together with red chilies, it is just beautiful, and we are in for a lot more of it. And this is how you're going to get nice, even portions for each dumpling skin. And the one hand rolling, and the other hand rotating the dough. This is an absolute art. And it's so cool. Someone who's really used to doing this, just day in, day out, they can bust them out like 1 every 2 seconds. Again, watch to the end of this video, and I'll include some clips. Okay, so Lee says that's good enough. Just right in the middle there, and you'll need space to work on all sides. So, and go to both ends. And Lee said, Joel, this is not baozi, this is dumpling. Don't put so much. And it should have these cute 4 little ridges. So mine, there you go. And then you line it up. There you go. So we're gonna have maybe, I don't know, 6, 7 dozen beef dumplings coming up for you. Again, Happy New Year. plump. So perfect. Fat little guys are heading for the water. I just heard Lee turn on the pan. Let's go check it out. Shui is water, zhu is cook, niu is the beef, zhou is the meat. What a simple name, what a beautiful looking dish. Oh wow, so I see potatoes, turnips, you've got lettuce, you've got that beef, the fresh beef that we bought, a variety of chilies in there. So here you can see some kale, and then ingredients for additional toppings on the beef, and then that is for the dip for these. So there's going to be many more ingredients still going in. She fried these very gently because from here everything else in the dish is cooked. 水煮牛肉.
Because it's 麻辣, so 麻辣 is also 麻 more 麻
More ma.
2, 1.
So in the bottom you have dried chilies. On top of that you have lightly fried fresh chilies, green onion, cilantro. Then on top of that you have white dried sesame, and then the freshly ground huajiao, the flower pepper that you just saw. After that the hot oil, and then finally the jiangyou ma swan
醋
chu,
陈醋
chen chu, which is the mature vinegar. All the flavors, the full flavor profile. Oh yeah, and don't forget there is also fresh garlic and fresh ginger. So this really is such a combo to go with the simplicity of the beef dumplings. Just
Start to eat.
even with everything that has happened this year, it's still a great year and a gift. We are all blessed with life. And for Chinese New Year, every person still has so many things to rejoice over. And right now, joyful indeed. I'm really excited for this food. Wow. Okay, so you saw these came out basically 60 seconds ago. So I'm gonna mix this up and we can taste this dish first. I love this dish. I love it dearly. Gotta use your chopstick muscles here. Get up some cabbage from the bottom, some beef, some cabbage, some chilies. And still not good enough. Whoa, and some lettuce. There are just so many ingredients in this. Okay, yeah, full recipe coming later. But it is always a special day when Lee makes this for us. Lettuce on the bottom. I'm going for some of that red oak lettuce with the beef. Wow, it is just awesome. Yeah, you gotta really hold on to your chopsticks. It's so heavy down in there. Make sure to get some fresh garlic. And where's a piece of that beef with the Sichuan peppercorn? Oh, the fresh lettuce smells so good, really. And then the oiled beef. The oils just transmit the power of the flower pepper straight to the lips and tongue. It's like within seconds, you know. That's why they call it ma. Ma is that numbing sensation. It is a treat to have beef. And Lee will not let me overlook potato. She's had a key ingredient to this dish, the beef, and definitely the potato. Again with that ma la, the spicy and numbing combination. Southern China, they know where it's at with the flavor based on peppers. Let's see, one more bite. The radish, right? Oh, and the radish still has a nice crispness to it. It looks like a potato, that kind of translucent color, but wow. And it is a little bit spicy. Radish can be pretty spicy. Beef with the freshness of the green onions. It's just amazing. You could have this dish just with white rice, all on its own. Yeah, we will feature that later. Anyways, time for the main event. So all the different ways to cook dumplings are awesome, and each of them will have its own highlight. So with the steamed dumplings, the flour really soaks up some extra water. You see how it's like really taut. You can see the texture. You can see it's tight and taut. And inside there is also going to be some moisture held in. So the flour has soaked up some moisture. There's definitely moisture inside. So I'm taking it over there, but then stirring up that dip. And oh wow, I don't know about you, but these dumplings would not be the same without Lee's masterful chili dip. So we do have a recipe for this chili dip, but for me it never ever gets old, and I eat it definitely on a weekly basis. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. Oh my god. Yaman. Excellent. You are amazing with dumplings. The celery is so bright. The beef is chewy, bouncy, and then there are so many different crunches coming in from the, I guess, the chili seeds. That celery is just amazing. The leek also. There's a gentle kind of like garlicky fragrance, like a breath, like garlic, like onions have. Oh, and the skin is so, it's not gummy. There's almost no sticking to your teeth. So it is flour. It is all-purpose flour, right? So it's wheat, rice flour, I think mixed together. It is just such a combo. Oh, it's just perfectly chewy. And then that chili oil, as that starts to set in, basically the oil just carries flavor to your entire mouth. Every taste bud is just getting in on these beef dumplings, from the sauce to the meatiness of the meat that's inside, and then the brightness from the herbs, the crunch from that celery, and then the kind of chewiness from that dough. It is just perfect. There is nothing like that. Beef dumplings, it is a perfect food. It is one of my favorite foods in the whole world, and it's so great that they're handmade. You know, the joys of cooking at home. Oh my gosh, that was a really, really good first bite. Not least because we made it from scratch, right? So basically waiting 3 or 4 hours for that bite. Just the anticipation is definitely a great ingredient for a tasty meal. Wow. Kudos to the chef. Okay, and then on the side, one of my favorite vegetables, kale. Oh, okay, so just the tops of the kale, so you can see the flowers. And I think kale flowers are a gentle yellow color, kind of like a golden, like a sunflower yellow. When they're fresh like that, young, you just cook everything. Just chop the stalk maybe in half. There's a nuttiness, there's even a sweetness to kale. Fry it like this, and again we use rice oil, and then just some garlic, and then some salt. And that's it. And just let the freshness of the vegetable, which is a key part of Chinese cooking, just in general, the freshness of the vegetable is what always stands out in Chinese cooking. Awesome. That is a treat of a meal. This is so beautiful. Thank you. And I like mine a little bit more spicy. She goes more for the sour, so she has just a little bit of vinegar. Get some chilies.
Vinegar. Look at this cutie right here. And then take a shower. take a shower.
So she really likes sour flavor. So there's chili in there.
Oh,
I'm sure that's so sour.
so hot. Oh man. Sorry, too busy to look at you. Sorry, I cannot. Cannot look at the camera.
So she really likes sour flavor. So there's chili in there.
Wow. Kudos.
Self kudos.
Wow.
新年快乐 you. Oh man. Lee's chili dip. If we were ever to open a store and sell a product, I have told her this should be the first item. It is crazy. She's so good at making this. You can just dip anything into it. Go straight into that 水煮牛肉. Each ingredient can be dipped into the sauce on its own. Of course, she did cook it in some flavor of its own, but you can do what Chinese do and just add a dip at every step of the way. It is so nice to go to restaurants for the convenience, but at home, you have all the time you want to enjoy each bite and just hang out, you know? Cooking at home, it has so much reward in its own. And then because it is really a special day, I just want to send out the traditional greeting and welcome for happiness, the wishes for good fortune. 新年快乐，万事如意，恭喜发财。And it's the year of the ox. New, 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 new. And beef is actually one of the preferred meats of this area. And as you go to the highest elevations, you'll have only yak. But sheep, cow, we're gonna try some beef dumplings. Let's try. Man, it's kind of dark in here. His arrived first. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Wow.
他13号来昆明，在
Dude, okay, the herb content of those dumplings is higher than I thought, which is awesome.
都认识了是吧？认识，他们经常来的。
牛肉的，
我家经常都是来老顾客。
牛肉，大蒜，有大蒜，
牛肉和芹菜。
芹菜. Oh, you can smell that cilantro and beef.
芹菜 is the one similar to 西兰色的龙丸是一种。
哦，
你这中国话说的很棒。
谢谢，
中国话
谢谢，
很棒。
谢谢。
我家
芹菜
的外孙子，现在说中国话就像他说话一样。
You're gonna want some chilies to go with it. So using chilies as the base. A good ratio is half-half. Cilantro, green onions. Ooh, that is garlic in vinegar, I'm guessing. And using the vinegar as kind of a liquid to fill it out. Oh, and I see the chili oil. Okay, and then just the heads of the green onions. Wow. And then chili oil, and I see there's one more that's not usually part of this combo. Wow, so the chili oil, go heavy on that. This is the special one. That is ground Sichuan peppercorns. You can just smell that. Oh my gosh, even in the presence of all these very strong smelling sauces, you can smell that there is Sichuan peppercorn present. Wow. What is that? So bonus, I didn't know about. That's pig tail. It is really a pigtail. Pigs have quite a chunky tail at the base. Wow. Thanks, man. Yes, I'm in the southwest of China. But even Chinese people, even with their love of their own local cuisines, all Chinese have to admit, Northeasterners are the best at wrapping dumplings. This couple is so friendly. They're showing us their dumpling recipe, which is beef and celery. I made this chili dip over here. Watched them roll up some dumplings, and then ordered a round of beef, pork, and then actually pork tail, which is a local, unique thing. Anyways, gotta try that beef dumpling. Load it up with chili.
以前我们学校也有那个新西兰的这种留学的项目，但是太贵了，就没申请。对，一年太贵了。啊。一般点的家庭
你说学费是不是贵呀？
对，学费
贵吗？
还学费就是住宿费那些比较贵。
Spiciness that does not come from the chili. There's so much like pungent celery in there.
对我们来
And then
说
the garlic,
然后后面我们就
then the chili oil, and then the Sichuan peppercorn. Oh man, and that beef behind it, so like just soothing. It's cold outside,
他自己非要去吗？那我
but
们
I'm so warm from these dumplings.
他自己也要去嘛，在那苦了10几年也苦
Have a great day, everyone.
自己当老板了，也有房子，也有车。 他是在中国
I am happily spiced out.
Wow.
Okay, but the family is telling Lee their story, and it's amazing. I gotta go and listen. Okay. They've had this shop for 16 years. They have worked here just making their special type of beef dumplings. For 16 years, they work husband and wife. He's the dough expert, she's the dumpling wrapping and the beef recipe expert. Together, they have saved money. They have sent their daughter to school, not just to school, but all the way to masters. And their daughter studied hard. She made it into a school in New Zealand. So this is so cool. Delicious food is awesome, but delicious food is everywhere. It's so much more important to me that I learn about like the special stories that go along with those food memories. That's what really makes it stick in my mind. This is so cool.
When he, as a student, he didn't learn English. He learned Russian.
Wow. Okay, so he can roll the R.
叔叔，你怎么说俄语的？
你英语是26个字母是吧？
嗯。
俄语是32个字母。我们两个合作回美国去开饺子馆。
Okay. Yes.
我说的他听懂了。
他听懂了。How can you understand?
Because it makes sense that you would ask.
生意会不会好？
生意会不会好的 ？Business will good?
Yes. You will.
可以。
我们两个合作哈。
Because they will retire from China soon.
Okay. Awesome. So nice to meet you. 认识你很高兴。
跟你说很高兴哈，我们也高兴。
Very nice to
再
meet you.
见。
再见。一会见。
好，玩的开心啊！
Very lovely couple. Wow. Cool.
好，
Okay.
拜拜。
Next time. See you again.
好，不要。
欢迎再来。
下次去昆明找你们。
好的，好的。
Wow, so cool, so nice. We got a delicious meal of dumplings and a dumpling lesson. Wow. Thank you. Bye
好，
bye.
拜拜，拜。
Wow. Okay. Wow, that was awesome. Ate a lot. Definitely still excited though to go visit this old guy selling on the corner. The clouds have moved. Actually, we can see the bottom of the Yulong, the huge jade mountain. It's a bit expensive to climb it. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna spend the money on food instead, hanging out with Lee. But yes, you can see the thing is massive. Like 18,000 feet, I think.
就是那个本地人啊，
应该不会。
因为我们去很多景区。